Hello everyone, it's Sandra and welcome to today's video. It's Sephora savings event time again. There's one in the spring and then there's one in the fall, gearing up for the holiday shopping season. And the tagline is save big with code everything. So the code this time around is everything. It starts October 31st. For VIB Rouge members, you get 20% off everything, 30% off the Sephora brand. November 4th is when the sale opens up to the VIB and the regular Beauty Insider tiers for 15 or 10% off discounts, respectively. Are these big savings? No, I know they always make it seem like you're getting like the discount and the sale is so much more impactful. The beauty of Sephora is in the wide array of brand selection. If you don't want to be chasing different discount codes on different websites, different sales on different websites, if you like a variety of different brands and you want just a one-stop shop for things, Sephora is extremely convenient. That's why this sale just gets us every year. I usually like to keep things really edited and concise. I usually try to stick to a top 10 recommendations for the season, just the 10 products that are newer that I think are really exciting, really fun, that would be worth checking out if you're in the mood for something new or if you're in the mood for some fun gifts for loved ones for the holiday season. I'm going to talk to you about my my top 10 recommendations and also share what's in my cart. That's my personal favorite thing to do because I'm nosy, so I like to see what everybody gets in the Sephora sale. Let me know what you're getting. Let me know what's in your cart. I usually set a budget for myself. I don't like to go too crazy. The first thing I want to talk about is actually something that is both a recommendation and something that is in my cart. And if you saw my last YouTube short, you will know what it is. It's the new Makeup by Mario foundation, the Makeup by Mario SurrealSkin Natural Finish Foundation. I've been sampling it. I got a really nice generous sample from a Sephora sales associate, and I have been loving this foundation. I'm really glad that I decided to sample it first to really test it under different conditions, test it with different skincare underneath. And this has just performed so well for me and I'm so excited about it. And I cannot wait to get my hands on a full size. This is a recommendation and something that is in my cart for this Sephora savings event. I have shade 8N, which is a really nice color match for me. Usually when I see shade descriptions for foundations online, I stick to the shade that's described as light medium with neutral undertones. That tends to be a decent match for me. That's the foundation that I'm wearing today. Beautiful light medium coverage, really nice and smoothing. If you have combination oily skin and if you have texture that you would like help smoothing, acne scarring, pores or anything like that, congestion in your skin, I think you'll really like this foundation. It really impressed me. It performs really well. It makes me so excited and it reminds me of the feeling and the performance that I would get from the old Dior Face and Body foundation before it got reformulated. Next, let's talk blushes. Do we need more blushes? Absolutely not. I've been at capacity with blush for years, and you probably are too. So take these recommendations with a grain of salt. Look through your blush drawer. Do you really need to add more blush to your collection? Chances are the answer is no. If you must, and if I must recommend to you some blushes to check out, you can't go wrong with Ciele. The Ciele liquid blushes in particular, one of my favorite blush formulas on the market. I actually used up one of these this year. That's how much I love these. Shade Kirsty is my favorite. That's the shade that I used up. It's a really nice warm nude type of shade, like a nudish warm brown. My other favorite shades are January, which is just the most gorgeous cool toned pink. And then June is a really gorgeous brownish with a little bit of a plum to it, but it's just a really interesting color. It's a great blush bronzer type of shade that doesn't pull orange on the skin. It's great. And then this is the shade Berri. This is a beautiful punchy pigmented shade. I think I'm gonna really have my Berri moment in the spring. I tend to like brighter blushes in like late winter to spring. I think they're only available in the United States, but highly recommend them. They also launched powder blushes this year that they're also phenomenal. Just a really solid blush formula. It's not too powdery. It's not matte either, but it's also not shimmery. It just has a really beautiful soft focus finish, a little bit of a sheen, but it doesn't emphasize texture. Really nice smoothing finish. I have this in 2 shades. The shade Shy, which is a warmer, slightly peachy shade, and then the shade Chill, which is a cool toned pink. I actually like to mix them, but if I had to choose between the two, like a one and done situation, I would probably choose Shy, but most of the time I actually layer them together. And then honorable mention to the Merit blush. This is such an interesting blush formula. It's something that has grown on me so much over time. When I first had this blush and I started using it, I liked it, but the more I use it, the more I love it and the more I appreciate it. As you can see, I'm actually almost out of it. This is going to be the next blush I empty, and I have this in the shade Fox. Fox is just the most perfect, again, kind of like a brownish color. This one has more warmth to it. There's a little bit of terracotta in it, but it doesn't pull orange. It's such a stunning color. I love wearing it year round. They have beautiful, beautiful shades. There's a shade called Bespoke that I'm super tempted by. That one is a bit more neutral. And the formula, like I said, the more I use it, the more I appreciate it. Initially, what I didn't love about the formula is just that it wasn't very long lasting. It's kind of like a sheer, buildable, dewy blush formula. So by itself, it's not going to be the most long lasting thing in the world, but that's not really a bad thing. If I'm in a rush and I just need something on my cheeks to make me look more alive and I'm just heading out the door to grab a coffee or to go to the farmer's market or something, I don't need high performance makeup that stays but flawlessly on my face for 10 to 12 hours. I just need something to just get me through the next 4 hours or so. This is perfectly fine for that, and it's just so user-friendly. That's kind of the beauty of Merit. It's just really approachable, easy to use. It's the kind of makeup you don't have to think twice about. For me, in order to really amp up the performance of this product, I layer it. And this is a tip that I've learned from Kaki here on YouTube. She uses the Merit blushes almost like a blush topper at the end of makeup application. You know how Patrick Ta has his signature blush method where you put the powder first and then you put the cream blush on top? That's how the Patrick Ta blush compacts are designed. Well, that's how Kaki recommends using the Merit blushes. So I, put on my powder. I can put on a powder blush, put on my bronzer, and then at the very end, I apply the Merit blush on top. And for some reason, when I apply it like that, the pigment lasts longer and my blush color sticks around for longer. So I love it. And because of the dewy finish of it, this also acts as a highlighter as well. It just gives a really beautiful natural dimension and texture to the skin. A very long-winded honorable mention. The other 2 cheek product recommendations I have are more on the pricey high-end side. So if these are formulas that you've been meaning to check out and you've been waiting for a sale, this would be a good time to check them out. The Fara Homidi bronzer, I still love this. This is such a beautiful, elevated, luxurious, buttery bronzer formula. This is a refillable, so you can buy just the insert by itself. If you buy the insert by itself, it will come with a little plastic lid too, so it won't just be floating around aimlessly in your bag. But the compact is really nice and weighty as well. And I have the shade Bois, which is a really gorgeous, almost rosy, cooler toned bronze. I find it hard to find bronzers that aren't too warm or too orange, especially in the fall and winter. And then the Westman Atelier Cheek Duos, one of the best matte powder formulas I've tried. So stunning. I have the Petal and Biscuit duo, and this is what I'm wearing on my cheeks today. I use Biscuit just kind of as a bronzer. Again, it's really nice and neutral. I don't particularly use it for sculpting or contouring. I'm just kind of generous with my application, and I kind of just slap it on. And then Petal is a really beautiful, kind of like a universally flattering pink shade. It looks warmer on my skin tone than it does in the pan. So depending on your undertones, this type of shade might pull a little bit warmer on your cheeks, but it's still very, very beautiful. And my favorite thing about this powder is how smoothing it is. This has been a good year for smoothing products. It's a gorgeous formula. Moving on to lips. Hands down, my favorite lip balm formula is the one from EADEM. This is the Le Chouchou Lip Softening Balm. Butter Mochi is the clear one. It's something that I always have on hand. It's a beautiful, thick, cushiony lip balm with a nice shiny finish to it. You have a really nice cooling applicator. I have chronically dehydrated lips, so I want something with substance, but that also doesn't feel too sticky or gloopy on the lips. So I really, really enjoy these. These also have like tiny, there's no physical exfoliation, but they have, I think they have papaya enzymes or some fruit enzymes that help dissolve dead skin as well. So they're just such a joy to use, and my lips are in better condition when I am using these lip balms. And then I also have the shade Guava Fresca, which is just a great My Lips But Better shade. This is just the perfect natural lip color. It's not too warm, it's not too cool tone, just a really, really pretty rosy shade. And this has a really, really beautiful, juicy, ripe tropical guava scent. Another popular lip balm formula that I really, really love as well is the OLEHENRIKSEN, the Pout Preserve, I think it's called. They just launched a vanilla scent that would make a great gift. I just find vanilla scented lip products are universally pleasing, and that's a really, really great lip balm as well. The EADEM ones, they all have different scents depending on the tint that you get, and the clear one, the Butter Mochi, does have I mean, to me the scent doesn't bother me at all, but it's like a maple syrup meets like a tint of apple cider vinegar type of scent. So if you'd rather just have a nice vanilla flavor and scent in your lip balm, go for the OLEHENRIKSEN. But the EADEM is just a fantastic, fantastic lip formula. And then the other top lip recommendation I have is the Violetta Far Lip Nectars. This is my favorite new lip formula that I've tried this year. This is the product that I'm wearing right now. I'm wearing the color Rose de Moab. This is a hydrating, moisturizing lip gloss meets lip stain. This does leave a little bit of a stain behind, especially if you keep reapplying it throughout the day. As you build up the layers, the stain that it leaves behind will intensify, but it never dries out my lips. And it has a really nice shine, and it's extremely comfortable, but it's lightweight. It's not sticky or gloopy at all. Highly recommend them. So I have the color Rose de Moab, which is just a really beautiful caramel shade. Like I said, this is the color that I am wearing right now. It's so, so pretty. And then I have the shade Betise, which is a stunning, crowd-pleasing rose. This leaves a really, really gorgeous stain behind. I also really like mixing them. I hope the brand will give us more shades because there are only 4 shades in the range. This reminds me of the old school YSL glossy stains, but a better improved version because it's more comfortable and more moisturizing than those. They have a very, very faint, slightly sweet scent. It's not offensive at all. They don't taste weird or anything. It's very, very pleasant. Honorable mention would go towards lip liner. Again, do you need another lip liner? Probably not. Do I need another lip liner? Absolutely not. I'm trying to make my way through some of the lip liners. I was tidying up one afternoon on the weekend and I decided to take out all my lip liners and just swatch them on my hand and on my arm. And I tend to buy the same colors over and over and over again. I highly recommend you to do that too if you ever have the time, because you will see that you tend to buy the same colors over and over again, and it will help you either declutter stuff that's old and crusty and doesn't perform well anymore, and also it will make you realize, okay, I can pause on buying nude mauve lip liners or brown terracotta lip liners for a couple of months until I use up some of the ones that I have, and then I can replenish and try something else when I have room for it in my collection. So I recommend doing that. But the two lip liners that I really love, lip liner formulas from Sephora, are the Fara Homidi lip liners, especially the shade Minky. This is the lip liner that I'm wearing today. If you like the Victoria Beckham 02 lip liner, Minky is essentially the same color, but just a better, longer wearing formula. So highly recommend it. And then my other favorite cooler toned lip liner is from Makeup by Mario, and it's called, what is this called? Smoky Pink. Usually these are the colors that I tend to buy over and over again. I have a cooler toned color, which is this Makeup by Mario Smoky Pink. It's what I wear to kind of sculpt the lips a bit. And then I have a warmer, slightly warmer brown option, which would be Minky from Fara Homidi. They also have launched lip oils that sound really interesting, like this cushiony, thick lip oil that also has some lip plumper in it, but it's not the burning. It's supposed to be comfortable. It's not supposed to be like a super intense, stingy, burning type of lip plumper. I don't like those. So that's in my cart actually for the sale. The Soft Glass Lip Plumper Gloss Oil from Fara Homidi. There's a really pretty pink color, just a really sheer pink that's in my cart. The last makeup recommendation I have would be the Sarah Creal eyeliners. Oh my gosh, these are so good. If you liked the Marc Jacobs eyeliners back in the day, I think you will enjoy these too. They don't have as many fun colors as Marc Jacobs did, but these are really scratching that Marc Jacobs itch. I have it in 3 different colors. I have Everyday Taupe, which is just the most perfect subtle definition. Then I have the shade Copper. This is the eyeliner that I'm wearing today. Copper has a little bit of a sheen to it. So you can see copper here at the side. It's called Copper, but it's slightly bronzy. And then I have the Rich Cocoa shade, which is just a really good dark brown. I don't wear black eyeliner anymore. So Rich Cocoa is the darkest I would go. It's just a very, very dark espresso brown. So this is Rich Cocoa, this is Copper, and then this is Everyday Taupe. Really long wearing formula. It's creamy, but it sets very fast. So if you like that super smudgy, smoky look, you might not like these. These don't really give you enough playtime to really smoke them out. This is more of just if you want a really nice performing line, if in your waterline and your tight line, you want a nice solid line, and you get a few seconds to blend it out. I like the fact that they have a brush tip at the other end, so it helps to really define the edges, but you don't have a lot of time to blend these out. And then once they set, they are extremely budge proof. You will need an oil to remove them. And I love that because the eyeliner that I still like this, but I was using the Victoria Beckham, the Kajal. See how creamy the Victoria Beckham is? You can really blend it into nothing, which is nice for a certain look. But for me, whenever I would use it for, tight lining or for trying to smoke out the lower lash line, I would get a lot of transfer with it throughout the day. The Sarah Creal ones just don't budge. For me, they have filled the void of the old discontinued Marc Jacobs liners, so I'm really happy about that. The only skincare recommendation I have is for my fellow acne-prone friends. The SOFIE PAVITT Mandelic Clearing Serum is a holy grail serum for me. It's a very gentle 8% mandelic acid and lactic acid serum. It helps clear breakouts in a very gentle way. I think I've been using this for over a year now. When I first started using it, I was using it in the evening, kind of alternating it with my tretinoin, but as I've amped up my tretinoin usage, I use tretinoin every night now, and so I don't feel like I need to use this every day. I now use this maybe 2-3 times a week in the morning, and I've been able to kind of have a good maintenance routine that way. But there are a lot of great resources on the SOFIE PAVITT website if you're struggling with active breakouts and you want to incorporate this into your routine. There are a lot of resources on the website of how to set yourself up for success when you're starting out with this serum. But I really love it. My skin has responded so much better to mandelic acid than it has to glycolic or salicylic acid. And then when it comes to the stuff that is in my cart, there is something that I'm actually really tempted by, and that I usually replenish when I'm running low. And it's the Soft Services, the TheraPlush Overnight Hand Treatment. This is what it looks like. They have different colors now. This was, I don't remember what collection the yellow one was from, but it's a refillable hand treatment with retinol, and it looks really cute, you know, on your nightstand. I usually store my rings on top of it here. I like the fact that you just press it at the top and then you get the cream on top, and they come in an unscented version, a scented version called Hold. So I was just going to repurchase a refill. I got distracted because I saw that this year they have a limited edition blue container, like a blue case, and refills in the scent of Dead Cool Extra Milk. And I really like the Dead Cool Extra Milk fragrance. It's a beautiful, it's like a bergamot, white amber, beautiful, musky, fresh scent. So I saw that, and right now I can't make my mind up. They have a special gift set with the blue container with the hand cream scented with the extra milk scent, and also a mini of the Dead Cool Extra Milk fragrance. So I'm tempted. I don't know if I should get the set or if I should just get the refill, because do I really need 2 containers? I feel like it would be wasteful. You know, the whole point of having a refillable product is that, you know, you're not buying the container anymore. But I like the blue container. I feel like the blue container works with my home decor better in my bedroom. But then what am I gonna do with the yellow one? The other thing that's on my list that I might talk myself out of it, because do I need any more lipstick? I absolutely don't need any more lipstick, but I am tempted by that new Dior long wearing lipstick, the Dior Rouge on Stage lipstick. The 2 colors that I'm tempted by are 226 Daring Blush or 120 Iconic Rose. So should I get both? Should I just get one? I'm not sure. Let me know. Feel free to talk me into it or talk me out of it in the comments. They sound intriguing. They sound cool. The Sarah Creal Face Flex Concealer. I just don't know if I am in the color 3 or the color 3.25. They launched a new shade called 3.25. which is described as light, medium, neutral. Like, there's no Sarah Creal at any of my local Sephoras. So yeah, I don't know what shade I would be. That's my conundrum. But I would really like to try that concealer. And the only other thing in my Sephora cart is a replenishment of my favorite hair gel, the Crown Affair Finishing Gel. This is an amazing hair gel if you like a sleek look whenever I'm doing like a sleek ponytail, a slick back bun, or slick braid. humidity proof, humidity resistant, but it's also brushable. You can brush your hair out at the end of the night and it's not crunchy at all. It smells amazing. My husband uses it and loves it as well. So it's something that we both share, and we are completely out of it. So I need to order a new one. I also really love their leave-in conditioner, especially, you know, if you also have very fine hair, if you have thin hair, you want something to help rehydrate your ends in between washes, but you want it to be lightweight and not look greasy in the hair. This is amazing. I can reapply this every single day in between washes, and it just makes my ends look so much better, so much more hydrated, and it never weighs my hair down. I also love their hair towel. It cuts down drying time. It has this beautiful elastic band, so it's easy to secure and just hold it. It holds itself up really nicely in the hair, cuts down frizz, cuts down drying time. The size is perfect. Those make really, really great gifts. So if you have anybody in your life that loves their hair ritual, highly recommend getting them a Crown Affair hair towel. Their hair clips also. Best hair clips I have ever used. I have 2 sets of them. I have a green set, this really beautiful malachite set, and then I have this set. The best part about these hair clips is that they have an extra row of teeth. As you can see, there's an inside row of teeth, and it just holds on to your hair really, really well without adding any weird dents in it. I've broken so many hair clips over the years, but these haven't broken at all. They're made in France. They're just really beautiful, high quality hair clips. Again, would make an amazing gift and just a nice thing to treat yourself with if you're in the market for a nice high quality hair clip. They also make an ivory color that would be great, especially if you have blonde hair. Crown Affair, if you're watching, give us more sizes of the hair clips. These really are the best hair clips that I've ever tried. That's what's currently in my Sephora cart. I'll let you know, I'll keep you posted on what I end up buying. I usually do a follow-up video and a review of new things I've been trying, so stay tuned for that. But I'm so excited to talk to you in the comments. Let me know what you're getting. If you want to talk me out or talk me into those Dior lipsticks, if you need help deciding between something, if you need me to give you recommendations, leave it in the comments and we'll be chatting over there. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you're having a beautiful day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.